All right, well, we can get things started with Robin Jansson. Robin, if you obviously tough way to go out, but a successful season, especially best team in MLS from July 1st on. If you want to start us with your overall assessment of the game today and the season so far, or as a whole, I should say.
Uh, Tough to do that right now, but as you said, we started off quite bad this year until middle end of June, if I remember right, and from there we had a really good strong run there a couple of months until the playoffs, which put us on the fourth place, where we were not even close to in the halfway of the season almost. Shows that this group has put in the work, even though it was bad start, tough, low confidence. We managed together as a group to shift it around and make it to the better. To today's game, it's super hard to go into those stuff now. But as you probably know, it's quiet in the locker room. Everyone is disappointed. Didn't really get out what we wanted from this game. We knew that Red Bull was gonna come pressing like the old Red Bulls, like from maybe 3-4 years ago, which they did. In the beginning of the game we played quite simple, and we tried to play a little bit, but they were we didn't really break through their pressure, and then we had some good chances in the first half to put it in the goal. And in this type of games we have to put the goals in there, and then they get a free kick, and score on that one, and from there on try to force it in the end, the last 15-20 minutes, but it didn't go our way this time.
We're going to go Austin, Michael, Gustavo.
Robin, just you kind of touched on it a minute ago, just with the way the Red Bulls play, especially after they scored. Just how tough is it to break down the team that's just, clearing the ball and not really letting the play flow and really, sitting back and bunkering?
No, I mean it's hard. We had it against Charlotte too, and has faced it a couple of times during the season too. So that's nothing new for us. But today it didn't go our way, and I don't know what more to say actually, to be honest.
Michael?
Robin, thanks for your time. Just curious as to what your game plan was after having played them 2 times, but you hadn't played them in several months. Did you guys change anything up, your approach at all in terms of having not played them in a while and having some new players or them having some new players since the last time you guys met?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they have changed a little bit of their way of playing. They have become more this pressing team like they were before, like I said earlier, which I didn't see they have the first time we met them in the beginning of the season, and then away in Red Bulls. But we were ready for it, and sometimes you have to play a little bit simple at those times because the dignity of the game. You just have to follow the flow sometime, but maybe we follow the flow a little bit too much. They got us in their traps with their pressure and stuff like that. We didn't really get out of it playing like we normally do. So but that's back to your question. Probably the Red Bull was changing more to pressing, which they had success in the earlier game in the playoffs and end of the season too, right? MLS season.
Go Gustavo and then Mike.
Hi, Robin. When calls on the field, especially calls that could decide the outcome of the game, don't go your way, how do you personally get past that, refocus, and as a captain, how do you ensure that your guys are also doing the same?
No, we as a team, I think we put the pressure on the Red Bulls today. We were focused, and of course this is our passion for all of us out on the field, and it's of course causing some reaction sometimes, and that's normal.
Mike, then Luis.
Robin, obviously not the way you guys wanted to go out tonight, but is there any positives you can kind of take away from just these last 38 weeks of the regular season and postseason? Obviously the team was able to turn things around. but what positives can you kind of take from the season in general, despite the loss tonight?
It's hard to think about positive stuff right now after this disappointing result. So maybe we can take that question in the future.
Luis?
Hi, Robin. Tough result. I wanted to ask you, sold out crowd today. What can you tell the fans? You guys obviously had a slow season, turned it around. The fans were there day in, day out. What can you tell them right now? Thank you.
One more time? I didn't get that.
To the fans, what will you tell the fans?
No, the fans has been really been there for us, supporting us through thick and thin, and my hugest respect to our fans. I do personally, and I know that the team, the staff, do really appreciate them, what they bring, the energy they bring to us, and you've seen the last couple of games here, the energy they bring from the stands. It's incredible, and that's what we want to have every game. And I think that we have earned it too because of the way we've been playing from at least from the middle of the season. But that is something we need. It gets some kind of electricity in the stands, and no, I just want to thank them so much. I personally respect them super much for everything they bring for us, for everything they do for us. So we just want to pay back in the best way we can to them. Unfortunately, today we fell short.
Go to Javier in the back corner.
Robin, from day one.
It's on.
You're on.
Oh, from day one. What do you take the whole experience from day one until now? Thank you.
From day one?
Yes, whole experience.
From 2019? Or what do you mean?
This year.
This year? I take with me a team that was there for each other, even though it was hard times. We fell very deep, but we managed together to turn it around. I think that's super strong with the start of the season we had, because we started pretty well, like the CONCACAF, but then the beginning of the MLS season it was very bad actually. We didn't had our structures, we didn't do the work, we didn't really sync. But then turning around from being like almost bottom of the conference to the fourth place and from June, I think that's something I take with me, and the group of guys here that really put in the shift to turn things around, even though it was hard times. Sometimes you can just lie flat, or you can grab the problems and try to fix them, and that's what all of the guys, the staff, the support we have around us did. We managed to come together and go in the same path, everybody.
All right, we're going to get started with head coach Oscar Pareja. Oscar, if you just want to get us started, first of all, congratulations on a historic season for this team. Thoughts on the game tonight, but the season as a whole?
Well, thank you. Obviously, a few words will not tell the whole story about how we feel tonight after not getting this result. We wanted still just to be grateful with our fans and the people who was here pushing us and was present in the stadium, and the energy that we have felt from all these people that deserve much more than this. I thought we have a good season, and we had a bunch of things just to be proud of, but it's very painful at this moment to accept that we're not achieving that objective, and that tells us that we have grown, right? From the bottom of my heart, very grateful with the players and with all that effort that they had put during the season. Now the game today, this is a playoff game. I thought New York had 2 shots, and we knew it. It was a very rocky game for both. But in these options, they took it. We let it go. We didn't take our we didn't take ours when we had a chance, and that's what happened.
Go to Austin and Michael.
Oscar, just coming out of the locker room into the second half, what was kind of the message, and how do you feel that you just, letting a goal in 2 minutes into the second half kind of changed the way the game was being played?
Right. Well, has been uh, has been a preach for us all the time in these kind of games, playoff, tight games, set plays, unnecessary fouls, things that happen in these scenarios. We have to control, and then that one we didn't. I don't think we came up flat at all. I thought it was we kept the intensity. It's just that very unnecessary foul and set plays. We won our last game similar. So the message now, just continue with first matching that intensity that we had in the first half against a team who was pushing, and not proposing much the game more than just pressing. And we have two chances getting in their box, and we wanted to get better our sequencing and get better the way we were elaborating the game. But we knew that in some opportunity we will have that chance to score in a very tight game, very tight. It was not space for anyone.
We go Michael, Ronnie, then Gustavo.
Oscar, you talked about the foul on Ivan that led to the free kick. Have you had a chance to review the free kick? It looked like just nobody covered Reyes. It looked like a coverage issue.
I have to be honest, I have not seen it. I mean, we're dealing with this frustration, obvious frustration, and I have not seen it. But what I saw in the game is not just that he came out free, but also the ball was very tight. So I would have to see it, Michael. I didn't see that, but what you said about the necessary foul is correct, man. Not that we're going to blame the players because fouls we commit all the time, but this kind of games it seems like those things sometimes are the tiebreaker. Yeah.
Ronnie, Gustavo, and then Shane.
Profe Oscar, buenas noches. Ronnie Herrera para City Lineal Internacional. Profe, ¿cuál fue el aspecto clave del cuerpo técnico para mantener la confianza, ¿sí?, ante las situaciones que se presentaron durante la temporada, podemos decirlo, difíciles? Gracias.
Bueno, yo creo que la actitud de los jugadores ha sido siempre remarcable, muy buena. Ese grupo es un grupo muy trabajador, un grupo que ha crecido mucho. Y yo creo que en una temporada tan larga como es la MLS, pues es normal que a veces hayan altibajos. Nosotros lo tuvimos un poco más largo de lo que quisimos al inicio, pero creo que desde el verano hasta acá, pues fuimos un equipo no solo competitivo, sino de los mejores en la liga. Entonces, pienso que la consistencia que tuvimos en el trabajo, en el grupo, nos trajo hasta acá. A sentir hoy esta amargura tan horrible de pensar de que éramos mucho más que dejar la liga hoy acá en casa.
Gustavo, Shane, then Luis.
I think a lot of people will look back and see that this is the third straight season that the team has improved from the previous season, that it's a historic season, so on and so forth. Obviously, it's hurtful to lose in the manner that the team lost today. But how can you look back, see the improvements, and look forward to think, okay, how can next year we improve again so we can reach our ultimate goal?
Is that it's difficult today to talk about it. Our frustration is bigger, and we are bitter inside. So when we are like that, players, coaches, media, that you guys supporting us all the time here, and we feel that we reach, but we didn't reach enough, and it was there for us, and we didn't take it. It's difficult. And I said to the players in the locker room that I was not going to prepare a speech just to lift their souls. And I'm not going to say it here in the media. It's painful. We did have a bunch of things that we would be proud of, and we will feel that this club is going in a great direction. But I'm not going to mention it today because my frustration is bigger than that.
Shane, then Luis.
Oscar, with what you were able to do with this roster since June when you guys were in 14th place, you make it to this game. Now you know what it takes. Would you like to see the majority of this roster come back where you can start from here and move forward next year since you got off to such a rough start? If you had this roster back, could you move it forward?
It's a positive thing that happened this year. The consistency with a roster that has been solid, and like any other team, we may have to adjust things because the next step for Orlando is bigger than this. No, but I am really content with the way the club has developed the roster, and I have to say that the majority of those boys should be back for sure, and they had a tremendous season. We will analyze it for sure. The club will do it because we all are under that analysis too, including ourselves as a coaches. But again, it's so painful today just to think about that, and I appreciate your patience, but today is it's a time to share with our fans and with our people this pain. I want to do that. Not that I want to say a bunch of good things here. We'll be fine. But the roster is good. The club is moving on. The club is growing. Oh, we need to win.
Luis, then last one with Mike.
Profe, profe, buenas noches. Una temporada que en lo colectivo fue muy buena con el cambio de resultados positivos al trecho final. 28 toques dentro del área de Red Bulls hoy. Se vio mucho de que era por el lado izquierdo vendían los centros y no había nadie que la emboque. Tuvieron un poco de chances. ¿Cree que usted el peso ofensivo del equipo cómo está y qué les puede decir a ellos o qué le dijo usted a ellos después de este resultado, ¿no? Que al final no se dio desafortunadamente? Gracias.
A los jugadores. Mira, fuimos uno de los equipos que más goles marcó en este semestre. Tal vez nos enfriamos un poco al final, no porque no tuvimos tanta contundencia, pero los partidos de los playoffs son así. Son muy cerrados, muy cerrados. Y sí que tuvimos volumen por izquierda, pero no tuvimos, no fuimos letales ahí. Pero el equipo que acabó de avanzar tiró 2 veces al arco. 2 veces. Y una de ellas fue una pelota quieta. Es así la amargura y es así la crueldad de este juego, ¿no? Sí, y hay que aceptarla porque no es una excusa, es que es así. Tuvimos volumen, no tuvimos gol, tuvimos 2 chances claras enfrente del arco en el primer tiempo, pudimos abrir el juego ahí, ¿no? No lo hicimos.
Mike, final one.
Oscar, I wanted to ask you. I remember earlier this summer when the team was going through a little bit of that rough start to the season. I remember asking you do you feel that the team needs to go outside and look for players to change things around, and at the end, the team really didn't change much. But what did change was the run of games that you guys went on to finish 4th place in the East. I guess just wanted to ask, how proud are you in with this current squad that you had, that they were able to kind of figure it out and then kind of get you guys to the Eastern Conference Finals this year?
It really happened with the roster, and one of the questions that you guys made before was about that continuity and that credibility that this group has. After that start that it was rough and we found our way to be today playing the final. So a bunch of good things we did. You are so generous with your questions, and I really appreciate it. Because in this industry, we see a lot of poison things when the pain is present. And I admire that from you. And I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart and our players in the club. Thank you so much. We did a bunch of good things. Right now, I don't want to talk about it. It's so painful. From our players, our fans, what we had. And we'll see it again and review it, and you will see much more things than that, as you guys mentioned. But I really appreciate that. We will we will die for this club. And today we have to accept that we're not in the final of the MLS Cup, but a bunch of good things Orlando is doing is great.
All right. Thank you for joining us. We'll start with Martin Ojeda. We'll just start right here with Austin David.
Overall thoughts on the game and just overall for you.
Tincho, tus pensamientos del partido y en general para ti.
Bueno, es difícil sacar una conclusión sobre el partido en este momento. Lo único que te tengo para decir que, como dije en todo el año, estoy muy feliz de pertenecer a este club. Estoy muy feliz de pertenecer a la institución con tanta gente humilde, tanta gente trabajadora, tanto mis compañeros, cuerpo técnico, toda la gente que trabaja en el club. Nos merecíamos un lindo final. Son cosas de la vida que te pueden suceder. Cometimos el error de no estar tan fino en el último tercio, pero tampoco podemos caer sobre eso. Lo dimos todo, dejamos toda la nasta que teníamos en el cuerpo, no nos tenemos que reprochar nada y bueno, y hay que ser fuerte mentalmente, duele, como te dije, duele porque duele de verdad, pero bueno, toca seguir adelante.
Yeah, well, it's difficult in this moment to put a conclusion on that game, right? The only thing that I can think to say right now is that I'm happy to be a part of this club. I'm happy to be a part of this institution with such humble and hardworking people, the coaches, the technical staff, everybody that works within the club. Just very happy to be a part of that group, and I think we all deserved a great final, but those are things that happen in life. And tonight our issue is not being as clinical in the final third and not being able to finish. But we saw that we all pushed to try and overcome that. Everybody left everything that they had out on the field, and you have to be mentally strong moving past this. It hurts. I'll say again, it hurts because it truly does. But like I said, happy to be a part of this group.
Martin, what is it about the Red Bulls that enables them to complicate your attacking game so much, and how do you push through that and find a way to deal with that in the future?
¿Por qué Red Bulls puede complicar el ataque suyo del equipo bastante, y cómo puede cambiar este equipo para suceder frente a ellos en el futuro?
Son un equipo, un gran equipo. Por algo llegaron a esta instancia, a la final de conferencia. Sí, por momentos se nos complicaba encontrar los espacios. Nos presionaban muy alto. Pero así todo tuvimos 2 o 3 situaciones en el primer tiempo y el segundo tiempo no tuvimos tan clara, pero bueno, tuvimos muchas aproximaciones que sí, como te dije recién, si estaba un poco más fino, con un poquito más de paciencia, creo que hablaríamos de otra historia. Lo único que queda es seguir laburando, prepararnos para el año que viene como equipo, y bueno, cuando vuelva a tocar Red Bull lo seguiremos preparando como preparamos este partido. Desgraciadamente nos hicieron un gol de pelota parada y después yo no sentí que hayan tenido tanto peligro. Pero bueno, toca felicitarlos por ganar y por ganar la final de conferencia y bueno, desearle lo mejor para lo que viene.
Yeah, I mean it's they're a great team, right? I mean they made it to the conference final. They're a really tough team to play against. They really take away those spaces and take away the spaces that we like to play into, and they press really high, and it's a situation where I think we have to have a little bit more patience and a little bit more calm in those moments. But at the same time, we played a great game ourselves. We had 2 or 3 chances in the first half that were really good chances for us that could have changed the game. And in the second half, it wasn't as clear. But we had a few more approximations where if we were a little more clinical, we could have changed the game in those moments as well. So the only thing for us to do moving forward is to continue feeling this pain, to continue preparing and prepare for next year as well. And then when we face Red Bull again, just continue preparing honestly the same way that we did for this game. I mean, we gave up a goal on a set piece, which are always dangerous no matter who you're playing. So we've just got to continue working to get better.
Martín, felicitaciones el lugar número 14, llegaron al número 4 en la temporada. Felicitaciones por eso. Mi pregunta es la siguiente, ¿qué te llevas de esta gran experiencia? Gracias.
Me llevo muchas cosas. Llevo muchas cosas de aprendizaje. Me han enseñado mucho. Me han enseñado a superar los momentos que estuvimos mal. Al principio de año me hacían preguntas, hice una entrevista y no estábamos en un gran momento. Y me hacían preguntas qué pasaba y cómo se salía de esa situación cuando estábamos en el puesto 14. Yo le respondí, el grupo, la gente que trabaja en el club, mis compañeros, el cuerpo técnico, todos. Y la única manera de salir adelante era salir todos juntos. Y así logramos salir de ese pozo que, por así decir, estábamos en un momento de incertidumbre, no sabíamos qué iba a pasar, si íbamos a terminar en ese lugar o si íbamos a levantar como nos pasó. Pero la fortaleza de este equipo nos hizo llegar hasta esta instancia. Solo queda agradecer a cada uno de su lugar. Siempre digo lo mismo, no solo están los jugadores dentro de la cancha. Hay mucha gente que trabaja detrás de nosotros, que no se habla de ellos y que nos ayudan a seguir creciendo. Ese es el aprendizaje que me ha dado este año, cuando las cosas están mal, de salir todos juntos. Creo que siempre digo lo mismo, la vida se trata de eso. Cuando las cosas no salen bien, la única manera es amoldarse al momento y seguir adelante. Y eso pasó este año. La verdad que estoy muy agradecido por todo, estoy muy agradecido por cada uno que me ayudó a crecer. Estoy muy agradecido a Nico Lodeiro, a Luis Muriel, que luchamos un puesto entre los tres y me han ayudado a crecer muchísimo. Por eso los admiro mucho a los dos y siempre son palabras de agradecimiento también.
Yeah, I think a lot of things happened this year, right? I think there was a lot of lessons that taught me a lot. One of those lessons being to overcome and to rise above bad moments that you may be in. Earlier this year, I was giving an interview when we were in 14th, and I was asked a lot of questions, and one of those questions was, how do you guys lift this team up? And the answer to that I said, and the answer that I will continue to say, is together as one group, pushing forward, sticking together. The only thing you can do in those moments is come together as a group, pick your head up, and push forward, and always continue to persevere and maintain that mental fortitude. looking at those moments, everybody came together. They came together as one group. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that don't get talked about that continue to help us and help us continue to grow and put us in positions where we can overcome those moments. So looking at that, I think that's one of the biggest lessons that I learned this year. I want to thank a couple of people with specifically Nico, Lodeiro, and Luis Muriel. That I think the three of us all really helped push each other this year, and just continuing to grow together and continuing to really push each other and just stay together as one group. I think that's one of the biggest lessons that I learned this year in that walk from 14th to 4th.
¿Qué tal, Martín? Quería preguntarte, obviamente esta temporada ha sido de altos y bajos, han obviamente remontado y han llegado a esta instancia, como lo dices tú. Qué importante ha sido el profe Pareja, ¿no? En lo psicológico, en levantarlos, en seguirlos empujando y bueno, ¿qué le dirías al hincha para la próxima temporada para que siga alentando como lo ha hecho esta temporada? Gracias.
Bueno, Oscar es una pieza clave para eso. Fue una pieza clave para que nosotros salgamos de ese momento, tanto Oscar como su cuerpo técnico, su alrededor. Cuando las cosas salían mal, no es que nos quedábamos con ese momento de incertidumbre, no. Él siempre buscaba ellos, porque hablo del cuerpo técnico, siempre buscaban la manera de salir adelante, de buscar las cosas positivas. Mirábamos video para seguir mejorando, entrenábamos el último tercio, que era lo que nos faltaba, mejoramos defensivamente para poder llegar a lo que hoy llegamos. Y después, bueno, los fans, me queda agradecerle por este año de tanto cariño, tanto hacia mi compañero como hacia mí. La verdad que somos muy agradecidos por los fans, por el apoyo que nos han dado, por el apoyo que nos dieron en estos playoffs. Su empuje fue muy importante, y también esa es una parte que duele, ¿no? De no haberle dado una alegría a ellos que tanto nos ayudaron, nos empujaron para cuando las cosas no estaban tan claras y bueno, lo que me queda decirle que sigan adelante, que Orlando en cualquier momento va a ganar una copa, va a seguir peleando por esa MLS que tanto se merece el club.
Yeah, I think Oscar is such a key piece of that. He, along with his coaching staff and his technical staff, just continue to bring everyone together, especially in those moments when things aren't going well. They continue to remind us of the way to move forward and to try and take the positives out of those bad moments as well. We watch video, we try to continue getting better and look at what we didn't do so well, and in terms of our positioning, final third, which we still need to continue improving defensively this year. They've just been such a key piece of that and really helping us push through the year to make this push in the playoffs. And to the fans, just incredibly thankful for this amazing year that they've given us and the love and support they've given us, continuing to push us in the playoffs. It was just incredible, and it was the push that we needed. Even when things weren't going well this year, they continued to push and support us. And I know I, along with my teammates, really appreciate everything that they show us. And for next year, I just say we all continue to push forward together. And whether it be in a moment soon or a moment in the future, Orlando will win a cup, and this group is going to continue to push and win MLS.